What's up, y'all? And today I'm back with another story time. So listen, this story time is about to be about how I had a shady ass best friend. And you know, let me just give some disclaimers before I put this video out. This is old, you know, this happened like 2 years ago, so I'm really not tripping, but you know, I'm not trying to start no drama, none of that. I was really hesitant on putting this out because, you know, I don't have no bad blood with anybody, but you know, it's always free smoke, period. But yeah, we're about to get right into the story time. If y'all are new to my channel, subscribe. If you come across this video, subscribe. Like, y'all see, come on, subscribe, and I'm gonna put out more videos and more story times and some tea. Like, we can really get into it, but y'all need to subscribe, like, and comment, okay? Oh yeah, and press that bell so y'all can get notified whenever I post, period. But we about to get right into this story. All right, so y'all, if y'all are new to my channel, I just graduated. I was a part of the class of 2020, so this story is going to go back into my sophomore and junior year, right? Because senior year, I really wasn't fucking with nobody, so we're gonna go to sophomore and junior year. I had a best friend. Me and this girl, we was super tight like this. Like, we was so tight that our teachers would like use us as examples in class. Like, oh, you can't have Paris and best friend without each other. Like, y'all come together. Basically, like, they would use us as an example all the time when they was comparing like little science terms and shit. So that's how tight we was. Well, I thought we was tight, but now that I look back in time and I really just reflect on all the situations that happened, this girl was never my friend. Like, she was never my friend. She was never genuine. She was always shady. She was really a hater. Like, she really was. And I'm about to tell y'all why I'm saying this, why she's a hater. So, oh yeah, and why she's a fucking snake. That's the whole plot of the story. The girl is a snake, for real. But we're gonna get into it. So, how can I put this? Okay, so I used to talk to this dude named Tyrone. Me and Tyrone, we knew each other since we was in 1st grade, but of course once we got older and moved schools and shit, we lost contact. But once we got in high school, he went to a high school that's close to mine, so somehow we got in contact or whatever, and we was just, you know, talking, getting to know each other and blah blah. Well, I guess best friend knew Tyrone too, but I just knew that they knew each other. I didn't think that they was so close. Let me get there, whatever. So me and Tyrone was talking or whatever. We was talking for a few months, and it was around homecoming time. I really wanted to go to homecoming with Tyrone. I thought it was gonna be so cute. Like, oh, this is my boo from 1st grade. Now we're about to go to freaking homecoming together. Like, we really got to go together. But he had just got out of a long relationship, and he really didn't want to go with nobody. He just wanted to kind of pop out by himself. And I was just like, all right. I really wasn't feeling it, and I was mad, and I was in my feelings. So we end up, like, basically we stopped talking. So this girl, I called best friend when we stopped talking, you know, basically when he like, I'm cool on you. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sad and shit. So I called best friend, and I'm telling her how I'm feeling and shit. Like, I'm sad. And whenever I would vent to her, like, she would never really have nothing to say. She would just let me talk, basically. But like, it was never no real support. Like, girl, you gonna be fine. Like, no. It was always some shade into this shit. That's why you gotta be careful what you tell these bitches, because bitches don't be your friend for real. They just be wanting to, you know, get tea to be able to throw it back in your face. That's why I don't trust bitches now. So best friend takes it upon herself to call my other friend. I don't know if I should say his name, but this is our friend at the time, but this was my friend first. Jordan, we gonna say Jordan, that's his name, that's my bitch Jordan. Shout out to Jordan. Y'all know who he is, he's been on my channel. But this bitch adds Jordan and Tyrone and herself into a group chat. Jordan and Tyrone don't even know each other, and at this time Jordan didn't even know nothing about Tyrone and me. He didn't know that we just stopped talking. He didn't know about homecoming stuff. Like, I don't be telling everybody my business. I confide in my best friend because you're my best friend and you're supposed to be there for me. And the bitch was never there for me. I was always there for her, but she was never there for me, and that's just a fact. So anyways, she adds Tyrone and Jordan into a group chat, and let me tell y'all this. When I asked her why she did this shit, she tried to make it seem like she was like trying to have good intentions, but it was just a bad delivery. And that shit happened so many times with her. Like, and not even just with me, with any other friend that she ever had. This bitch always had good intentions and bad deliveries. Like, bitch, maybe you should stop what you're doing. Like, maybe you should stop trying to have good intentions, because you're doing shady shit. But this is what she always trying to embarrass somebody. This is what happened. So she asked him in a group chat, and she's like, oh, Tyrone, like, you need to take Paris to homecoming. And he like, Tyrone is an asshole. Like, Tyrone is nothing nice, and he's definitely not going to be nice to somebody that is, one, coming out his neck, and two, he don't even know who's all in this conversation, and three, he was mad at me, so he thought that I put them on to, you feel me, like, oh, go tell Tyrone, da 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 da. So he was really irritated that people was in our business, and it wasn't even me, it was her. So she tells Tyrone like, oh, you need to take Paris to homecoming, blah blah blah. Like, but she's like putting crying emojis and laughing emojis. By the way, y'all, I wasn't in this group chat. If I was in this group chat, shit would have went a whole different way. I would have went the fuck off. But of course I wasn't added to the group chat because they talking about me, and she was trying to be shady, and she was trying to embarrass me. So whatever, my friend Jordan calls me like, best friend's retarded ass just added me, Tyrone, and her in a group chat, like, doing the most. So I call her and I'm like, why would you do that? And she's like, cause like, I'm trying to get you to go to homecoming, I'm trying to get you a date. And then like, I was mad at her when she did that, but of course in my mind, like, I don't know, like, I just really didn't understand. I don't know, like, I just really couldn't believe that this girl was doing shady shit to me. Like, I really thought she was my friend. So at first I was mad, but then I was like, nah, she just trying to help me out, so I ain't even gonna be mad at her, right? Whatever. Time goes on, but in my mind, it didn't even click at that time. How the hell did she have Tyrone's phone number? How do you have my nigga's number? If y'all are just friends, it's one thing for everybody to have each other on social media. That's what social media is for. But how do you have my nigga's number? Like, yeah, that really didn't click at first. So time goes on, and like, anytime I would mention Tyrone, she just really was not happy. Like, she was just like really standoffish. If I mentioned him, she would get mad, and I didn't understand, because if my friends go back to somebody that they like and that did them wrong or whatever, I'm not going to judge them. If you want to be a clown, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you for being a clown. Like, because we didn't all had our freaking clown outfits on before. We didn't all been clowns, so I'm not going to judge you for being a clown. Like, it's just not going to happen. But this girl, she was just like really mad that me and Tyrone was kicking it. So what happened? Oh shit. So okay, homecoming for Tyrone comes around. He goes to a different school, so his homecoming was way before my homecoming. Of course, me and him, we ended up making up like 2 days after that, but we didn't go to homecoming together. And when he went to homecoming, he did some shady ass, like, Tyrone did some fucked up ass shit. And if y'all want that story time, that's a whole different story time to tell. But Tyrone did some shady ass shit, and I was hurt, and me and Tyrone stopped talking for a long time. And you know, my best friend, she was there, and she was just like, you know, like, we're gonna get you a new boo, like, don't even trip. It seemed like she was cool when me and Tyrone was not, you know, like this. But whenever me and him was beefing and shit, that's when she was on her cool shit, like, yeah, let's go and do this, let's go to the mall, let's do this. And I was like, all right, yeah, like, okay. You should be like that regardless if you like the dude or not, like if you like us being together or not. But it's still not clicking, right? So after the little homecoming situation happened, me and Tyrone end up talking again after like 2 months after we start talking. And you know, of course, best friend is not feeling it, but who cares, you know? But at this time, Tyrone was giving me like weird signals about him and best friend. Like, him and best friend, he would give her like this nickname. He would add a B in front of her name, like she was a blood or something. We're not gonna say her name, but you get what I'm saying. He would always give her like little nicknames and shit, and be like, oh, tell B what's up, tell her what's up. And I'd be like, you got a nickname for this bitch? Like, y'all I didn't even know y'all was cool like that. Like, okay. I just started getting little vibes and shit. Or if he was on the phone or she was on the phone with one of her friends that knew him, like, they would just do extra shit that wasn't even necessary. Like, it wasn't necessary. Y'all don't gotta do all that. Y'all not friends like that. As I thought they wasn't friends like that. But whatever. Christmas comes up, and best friend is telling me about how her parents are going to Vegas for the Pacquiao and Adrian Broner fight, right? If y'all into boxing, y'all know how big that fight was, right? So we end up going to Vegas. We plan this trip for Vegas. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go out here, about to have fun, you know. Me and best friend, we about to go shit on people, blah, blah, blah. I never been out of town with this girl. And meanwhile, y'all, we live in Ohio, okay? And we're going all the way to Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. That's all the way across the country. I'm going to cross the country with you and your family. So wouldn't y'all think that you would try to make me feel comfortable? You would try to make me feel like I'm a part of y'all's family? She was being a bitch the whole trip, but we're gonna get into that. So before we go on this trip, I'm talking to my other friends, and I'm like, you know, something is not right between them. But I would only thinking about that when, like, I was on the phone and they would like have an exchange or something, or she would bring him up out of nowhere. That's when I would start thinking, like, they're weird. They are weird. But whatever. I tell my friends, like, listen, I feel like something is going on between them two. And when we go to Vegas, we went to Vegas, we was there for like 2 weeks, no cap. Like, we was there for like 2 weeks. We left on Monday and came back the next Tuesday, so that's like a week and a half. So we was there for a long time. We spent a lot of time together, and I knew that trip would make or break our friendship, because we was already like iffy, because she just always did little shady ass shit. And I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit more about best friend towards the end. But yeah, we're gonna finish this little part. So I told my friends, like, yeah, I'm gonna find out when we go to Vegas what's up with them two, whatever. Even though me and Tyrone, we were never dating. We were talking, we were close to dating, but we were never dating like that. But still, to my friends, to my bitches, that's my man, that's my nigga. So he's off limits, right? You know, if you're a real bitch, you know. So she like, we go to Vegas, whatever. We go to Vegas, we're chilling. The vibes when we got to Vegas with her was just, I don't know, like, she's very to herself, but I'm very to myself, and I'm chill, and I like to chill, but I like to have fun, and I like to kick it, and I don't know, I'm good vibes. We're gonna have a good time, we're gonna laugh. If you ever go anywhere with me, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna have fun. But this girl, we're in Vegas, we should be at school taking our fucking, what test was it, the practice ACT or some shit. Like, we should be at school, but we're in Vegas right now, where all the celebrities is at, all the rich niggas. Like, why are you mad? what the fuck are you mad for? This girl had an attitude the whole trip. Her parents are super cool. I fuck with them so hard. They're super cool. And they even was like, bro, I'm not ever bringing her nowhere else. Like, that's how bad it was. If your mom says I'm never bringing her anywhere else because her attitude, you have a bad attitude. So whatever, we get to Vegas, she has a shitty ass attitude the whole time. Like, even when we was in Vegas, this is why I say that I think she's a hater, and she always been a hater, because she just always used to say shady shit. Like, so I went to Vegas and I got some bomb ass outfits. My mom was like, listen, you're going to Vegas, you got to be out there with all the grown folks, you gotta come correct. So I had some bomb, when I tell you bomb ass outfits, like, I had some cute ass outfits. And of course I brought like little jug fits and shit because I like to be comfortable too, but I'm in Vegas, like, I'm about to step, okay? Whatever. We get to Vegas and I pull out my first outfit. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to wear this. And at that time, of course, like I said, Tyrone did some shady ass shit, so my confidence was not there. So of course my friend is like, bitch, that fit is not it. I'm like, ugh, alright, that fit not it, I ain't about to wear it, I ain't about to be looking a mess. But don't listen to these bitches. Wear what you want to wear, do what you want to do. Just don't listen to these hating ass hoes. So best friend was being shady, like, ugh, no, oh my god, girl, no, that fit, like, no. I'm like, okay. But the whole time this bitch was dressing like a fucking grandma. Like, the bitch had on some grandma ass glasses. It's just like, I just look back in time and I just be like, what the fuck? Like, why did you even listen to this old ass bitch? But whatever. So one day, best friend is in the shower and she tell me, like, she's in the shower but she got music playing, and she like, can you change the song? Because I'm in the bathroom doing my makeup while she's in the shower. So she like, can you change the song? So I go over to her phone and I look on her phone and I see Tyrone just text her phone. Wait, let's go back. I'm on the phone with Tyrone like every single day. We talk every day or every other day. We're still cool. We're friends before anything, so we're friends. So I'm like, I'm on the phone with him and he like, oh, tell B I said what up. And I'm like, why do you want me to tell this bitch she said what up? Like, since when did y'all get so friendly? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, you know, I'll tell her. And he like, you know what, you don't gotta tell her, I'll tell her. And I'm like, huh? Like, since when did y'all start talking? Like, since when was this like bestie blues? Like, I never knew y'all was ace boom coons. Like, what the fuck is going on? Whatever. So after that phone call happened, that's when I seen his name on her phone. So I look on her phone and change the music, and of course I'm not gonna be on nobody's phone. I don't go through phones. I'm not even that type of person. But she told me to change the music, so I went to change the music and I see her texting my nigga. And it's one thing if they was friends, even though he swore up and down they was friends and so did she, but she never even confirmed or denied anything. This is how I know bitches is sneaky, and bitches was never, their intentions was never good. But I'm about to tell y'all why. So on the contact name it said Tyrone, his real name, but I'm like, it said Tyrone, and then it had a kissy emoji, a heart. I remember it had a red heart, it had a heart eyes, and then it had the little wet emoji, like the little splash. Yeah, like, whoa, this nigga, he got you feeling like that, bitch? Like, whoa, hold on, like, run that back. You got my nigga saved in your phone with a wet emoji, bitch? Now y'all gotta think, like I said, I was far away from home. I was not with none of my family, nobody I knew. Like, I was there with her and her family. So it was a lot of things I could have did. I could have beat her ass, you know, I could have smacked her, I could have went crazy, you know, but I didn't. because at the end of the day, that still was my friend in my mind, and I really couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that my best friend was doing some weird shit with my nigga. Like, I just couldn't really, that didn't really click with me. So, you know, I take a picture of the message on her phone. I didn't see what they was talking about. I never seen their conversation. I never seen the message thread, none of that. I just seen the contact name, and that was enough for me. Period. I would never ever save her nigga's number in my phone with no wet emoji. I would never even save her nigga's number in my phone, because what do we gotta talk about, for real, for real. But anyways, so I take the picture, and the rest of the trip, I feel like she kind of felt my vibes. She already had bad vibes anyways, but she definitely felt my vibes. We literally did not talk for the rest of the trip. Like, we barely talked anyways, but we really didn't talk for the rest of the trip. If I was talking, it was to her parents. I was kicking with her parents, her uncle. You know, we was making the best out of everything. But this girl wanted to wear jug fits the whole trip. She kept judging me on everything that I pulled out my bag. I had some nice ass, fire ass fits, and she was hating on me. She didn't even want to go and do nothing fun on the strip. She didn't want to go walk the strip and go see people and none of that. She wants to do grandma ass shit, like, I don't know, go to fucking random ass, go to all the Nike stores, all the Dick's Sporting Goods, all the Champs. She wanted to go, like, all the Adidas stores, places that we have here, to get jug fits and Nike outfits and Adidas outfits and shit. For whatever reason, I don't know, the girl wanted to go and get shit that we already had back at home in Ohio. She just wanted to do shit like that, and I really, like, I'm a turn up type of girl. Like, I want to have fun. Like, I want to turn up, you feel me? Like, I'm trying to get loose. Like, what are you on? But whatever. The girl was shady as fuck the entire trip. Oh yeah, and when we was in Vegas and we was walking the strip, if y'all know what the strip is, it's a lot of fucking people, it's a lot of weirdos. This bitch walked away from me. Like, we was in the mall. We went in the mall because she wanted to go to Fendi, and I'm like, in my mind, I knew this bitch was not about to buy nothing out of Fendi. Like, she's cheap, so I knew she wasn't about to buy nothing out of Fendi. Like, I don't even got Fendi, so I knew she wasn't about to buy nothing out of Fendi. Girl, she thought Fendi was Fenty, like Rihanna's makeup line, skincare line. No, baby, Fendi is something way more expensive than that. So we walked all the way to that mall to go into Fendi, and she seen that it wasn't the right store or whatever, even though I told her it wasn't the right store. The bitch didn't listen. So we walk in, we walk to the mall, and she is raining. So I'm like, I'm not walking out there in the rain, because I had my leave out. I'm like, no, my hair is gonna poof up. Like, I'm not walking out of there. We're about to wait. She like, no, and walks out. This bitch left me in Vegas. The bitch left me in Vegas. I had to find her. I didn't even find her until like 20 minutes later. I had to walk, basically. I don't know. I was lost. And then I found her mom in this fucking mall. A whole different mall. It was just a lot. It was a lot. If y'all know what I'm talking about, Vegas, I stayed in a hotel right on the strip, and then in that hotel they got a mall, and then right on the strip they have a mall. So I was in the other mall, and they was in the mall in the freaking hotel. So I was lost, and I had to find them, and she left me in Vegas by myself. I could have got kidnapped, I could have got killed, anything. This bitch didn't give a fuck. But anyway, so boom, we come home, we come back to Ohio, and once we come back to Ohio, obviously my mindset, like, I'm cutting you off, period. I don't even need to talk to her to know what the fuck is, like, you're wrong, period. I don't need to know nothing. So Tyrone kept calling me. Tyrone wants to know why I'm not talking to him. I tell Tyrone, like, you and best friend be talking, y'all be texting, like, she got your name saved on her phone with wet emojis and shit. He like, what, like, nah, you're tripping, that's my friend, you're tripping. I'm like, nah, I'm not tripping, like, y'all be messing around. He like, nah. I'm like, whatever, stop talking to him, right? Cut him off too, because you're wrong too. So I cut him off, whatever. So I guess he reached out to best friend, and he tells her that basically, you know, that I'm onto them, I know what's going on with them. He reached out to best friend, he tell her, like, oh, Paris is tripping, blah blah blah. Instead of this girl that's my friend, we're supposed to be best friends, we're supposed to be tight, you know, that's my dog, right? Instead of her reaching out to me and telling me like, oh no, Paris, like, it's not like that, it's not like that, this girl takes it upon herself to make an Instagram post about me. See, one thing about it, if I'm beefing with my family, my friends, listen, people fight all the time, so it's gonna happen. But if you take it to social media, I have no respect for you, because why are you on social? Who are these people? What do you have to prove to social media? Like, really, like, what do you have to prove? So she makes a post and she's like, oh, people are lying on my name, but I don't care because I know the truth at the end of the day. And it's like, you didn't even say nothing to me. So I text her like, yo, like, what I gotta lie about? I seen what I seen. And she like, you ain't seen nothing. So I sent her the screenshot that I took of the you know, the contact name, and she's like, but you didn't see the messages though. I don't need to see the messages. I said, why do you got my nigga's shit saved with a wet emoji? The fuck? I don't even think she even, one thing about best friend, she talks in circles. She acts like a little ass kid. Like, y'all know how a kid is about to get their ass whooped by their mom and they're like, but mom, no, like, mom, like, no, mom, like, that's how she do. Like, she be like, but Paris, like, no, Paris, no, da, 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 like, and I just be confused. Like, she's confused, so she's confusing me, and I just end up letting it go, whatever. But that's how she is. That's how her mindset is. So we stopped talking. We stopped, you know, being friends for a minute. And I don't know how I ended up being her friend again. But she still was being a shady ass bitch. Like, she still was shady as fuck. And I was still fighting her battles. I was still, you know, just being a good friend. Even though I really didn't trust her after we made up. I don't know how we made up. I don't know. I know we made up like around my birthday, and I didn't invite her to my birthday dinner or anything because I just feel like, you know, we had to take our time to get there. But even when she came to my birthday parties before, the bitch came with bad vibes. She's just bad vibes by herself, period. But one day we went to the mall, and Tyrone worked at the mall at the time. He worked at Foot Locker. So she tells me to take her little sister to the bathroom. So I take her sister to the bathroom, and she like, yeah, I'm going to Foot Locker. So I'm in the bathroom with her sister, and I'm like, Tyrone work at Foot Locker, and I know he's at work right now. So I go into Foot Locker, and I walk to the back to, you know, see her, because I see her in the back. And it's like she's at this clothing rack. It's this tall ass clothing rack. And when I go back there, Tyrone is like hiding basically behind the clothing rack. But yeah, like I was saying, Tyrone was hiding behind the clothing rack. And it's like, if we just came back cool like this, right? Well, we wasn't cool like this, but we was like this. If we just came back cool after you done did this shady ass shit with Tyrone, wouldn't you want to stay away from him? So instantly I catch an attitude, but I ended up letting it go. She was like, you know, I wasn't even talking to him. Like, he was trying to talk to me. It's nothing like that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. So even after that, our friendship was very rocky, and she was very shady. And the reason I say this girl is so shady and she's such a fake bitch. Let me stop, because I'm really not even mad. But like, she wasn't my friend. She wasn't my friend. She was never my friend from day one. Like, this dude in our class was talking, right? This little hoe at our school. I used to date him in middle school. The nigga is telling, somebody asked him like, oh, how many girls you date out of school? He said my name, right? She like, how did you pull him? How did you pull him? And it's like, bitch, because I'm pretty as fuck. Like, what do you mean? You're my friend. Why are you being shady? Why are you being a shady ass bitch? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't throw shade at my bitches. Like, I'm not that type of girl. Or like, our friend, like I said, my friend Jordan, our friend Jordan, he got a car. He got his first car. He bought his first car. She said, that car look old as fuck. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, why are you so fucking fake? Like, she's just fake as fuck, y'all. Like, even, it's so many stories I could tell. Like, this girl messed with so many dudes that I didn't mess with. It's like, wow, bitch, you are really not my friend. Like, damn, what the fuck did I do to you, like, to deserve this? Like, even my own boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, I'm on the phone with him, and he like, oh, best friend is on a date with da-da-da-da. And I'm like, for what? Like, nah, she ain't on a date with him. And he's not knowing that I used to talk to this dude. He like, yeah, yes they are. Send me a screenshot. This girl is all the way at the movies and at PetSmart with a hoe nigga that I used to talk to, a nigga that she put me on with, and was calling him brother. Huh? Like, who does shit like that? Like, this girl is not my friend. Like, I could do so many story times on this girl and tell y'all how she really is. But the moral of this story is, listen, if a bitch is throwing shade at you or saying little shady comments and shit, it's truth behind all that shade. And if she's supposed to be your friend or your sister, best friend, ace, any of that, ride or die, any of that shit, she's not. If they're throwing shade at you, if they're being shady, if they're trying to embarrass you, or they're doing some shit to make themselves look better, that is not your friend. If they, listen, if somebody betrays you once, they're going to do it again. And that's what I really learned. Like, and it's so crazy that I didn't even like see this shit until after we graduated, and I seen how distant we got from each other. I was really distant from her, but that's because I started reflecting on things that happened between us, and I was like, this girl was never my friend. Like, this girl was never my friend. And I really sat down and I talked to our friend. Well, that's not even her friend no more, but I sat down and I talked to people that know both of us, and they was like, yeah, like, I didn't want to say nothing, but like, this girl is not your friend. Like, she always is shady. Like, I just knew that you was gonna beat her ass one day. Like, literally, people always used to say that. Like, I thought you was gonna beat her ass. Like, this girl went and tried to be friends with my ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing, like, why are you a snake? Like, she stopped being friends with me one time because somebody told her that she's my minion. And it's like, girl, are you gonna let people get in your head? We're together all the time. We're equal. It's me and you. Like, what are you talking about? It's no comparison. We're equal. We're best friends. What are you talking about? She like, no, because I don't want people calling me your minion, so like, I'm just gonna fall back. And it's like, fuck you, girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? But of course she wanted to be friends because motherfuckers really didn't fuck with her. You feel me? They didn't fuck with her because they knew what I didn't know. They knew she was a snake. They knew that she wasn't real. They knew that she was a hater and she was shady as fuck. So motherfuckers didn't fuck with her, and a lot of people really wanted to fight her, and I was always fighting her battles. Like, in my story time before about my first fight in high school, if y'all listen to that story, I only got in that fight because she was running her fucking mouth. It didn't have nothing to do with me. I literally didn't say nothing, but because I was there with my best friend, I had my best friend's back, the girl wanted to fight me too. But you know, like I said before, it's always free smoke. But still, I'm just saying though, like, I always got bitches back, and bitches don't ever have my back. So the moral to the story is, bitches is not your friends, especially in high school. Listen, I don't even talk to people from my high school. The only person I talk to from high school is Savannah, and Savannah left our school when we was fucking sophomores, and I'm still friends with her. Like, that's like my sister. That's it. I only got one friend from high school. Oh, and Jordan. But you feel me? Like, 2 friends from high school, and that's it. I don't care. Bitches are fake. Bitches are shady. If your friend throws shade at you, that's not your friend. Whoop her ass the first time she try you. Gotta set the tone, okay? But that's where I fucked up at. I should have stopped fucking with her the first time she was throwing shade at me. I should have stopped fucking with her the first time she snaked me and did some weird shit. I should have beat her ass, you know, when she was talking shit, but I didn't. And still to this day, I'm not ever going to fight her because, I don't know, it's just something in me. I still have, I don't know. I still care about the girl, but she's, you know, she's a snake. So you gotta stay away from snakes, y'all. But yeah, if you are new to my channel, subscribe. I hope y'all like the story time. Follow my social medias right here, and like and comment. And like I said, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. If y'all watch this video, subscribe right now. I'm not playing. But yeah, I don't have no bad blood with anybody. I just wanted to share my story. This is my story to share. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it.